Singing a song about email, because that's how the reference works. Dear Strongbad, can you help me? I need to know how you and your friends would rank based on your fuckability. Crapfully horny, Megan Bob. Well, Megan Bob, of course I can help. Wait a minute! What kind of question is that? I haven't checked my email in years. Is this what people are like now in the year 2025? Oh man, I really need to get my stuff together. If I'm going to survive in the futuristic neon nightmare of today, I've got to get my William more Gibson and less H. Macy'd. It's time for a slice of cyber sleuthery to help me know my enemy. Let's see what your name turns up in the search box, Megan Bob. Megan Bob is a normal person who asks normal questions as part of their podcast. Wait a minute. AI summary? I've got no time for techno-fabricated half-truths. I'll just scroll down and learn more about Megan Bob Podcast. Hard Choices. A podcast where Megan Bob and a crack squad of information age degenerates examine the fuckability of characters from different fictional universes to determine the median, apex, and nadir of fuckability in each one. In this episode, they rank characters from Homestar Runner. Oh man, none of this is right. How can you rank characters from an annoying guy? It even says the show is starting right now. I mean, if that were the case, my voice would be overtaken by some kind of theme musics.
Fucking bravo, my dude.
This is how I choose to spend my time.
Holy fucking shit.
Now it's time for the show to begin. Let's introduce the Horny Podcast Squad. It's Megan Bob, the previously mentioned one.
Hard explode!
Annie Creighton, the ace one.
Fidget Toid!
Dillin Apelyan, the one-shotted one.
Arrowed!
Patrick Rothfuss, the critically acclaimed one.
Ghosted. On many levels.
And me, James D'Amato, the currently talking one. Overexposed.
Now, Bob, to begin this show, because this is a serious practice we undertake, could you please remind our listeners and panelists our definition of fuckability?
Fuckability is not about what they look like, thank God. It's about what they fuck like. So assume you are into them, they are into you. How good is the sex, and what in the goddamn fuck is it like?
And that's exactly what I talked about with my boys.
That's beautiful.
Not quite, but as much as was productive.
And now, before we get into the list proper, we have to take a second to honor a few characters who did not make the cut for this very strange episode. And we do that in our segment, Honorable Mentions.
We pay tribute to Trogdor in episode 35 of Hard Choices, an episode dedicated to nothing but fucking dragons. It's not that we'd never put a dragon on a normal list, but they are, statistically speaking, outliers. And if you check the methods section of our many, many publications, you'll see that we do take that into account.
Teen Girl Squad. Look, everyone in this universe is simultaneously 30-year-old slackers and sometimes attending high school classes taught by Coach Z. But these girls are actually in high school. Middle school? Point is, they are ineligible. Shout out to the one who's in love with every boy, though. Good hustle, kid.
The little dancing goblin thing. A small, armless dancing goblin that has his own poorly tuned pipe organ theme song. Look, we already did a cryptids episode, and this guy is basically a toddler's version of a creepypasta, but we have to at least acknowledge the monster fuck potential or we'll get angry letters.
We're pretty sure that he can't consent, which is important to talk about. I want to talk about that. We're aware that this is discrimination against those raised by a cup of coffee, but we got to draw the line somewhere.
Hey, Steve!
After consultation with our lawyers, there's no way that we can enter into the surrealist acid trip that is the world of
Hey, Steve!
without getting everyone to sign waivers. This episode is weird enough without dragging sweet cup and cakes into it.
And now for the characters we will be ranking in this episode of Hard Choices.
Homestar Runner, a pure of heart star athlete prone to big emotions and big overreactions. He's about the most gullible character in the Homestar Runner universe, making him a frequent target of Strong Bad's pranks, a reality that Homestar Runner has remained blissfully unaware of for the past 25 years.
Strong Bad. The real star of the Homestar universe and one of the early internet's true great fictional characters. A charismatic luchador, masked vlogger, before the world dreamt of vloggers. Unsurprisingly, he gets a lot of emails asking how he types wearing boxing gloves. Look, we're not taking any questions, but let's just assume he can do a lot wearing boxing gloves.
Strong said. Now, what if a melted gray crayon was really sad and also an elephant who wouldn't shut up? And in case that wasn't enough to whet your erotic appetite, he's also a hipster. Specifically a hipster who will absolutely not let you wear his favorite sloshy t-shirt after you fuck.
Strong Mad, an irritable refrigerator in a singlet who talked like Frankenstein, often showing a tender nature beneath his short temper. Yes, we're aware that what we mean is the creature from Frankenstein, but it's more fun to say Frankenstein, and we won't apologize. Strong Sad.
The cheat. Strong Bad's mostly loyal henchman, pet, roommate, with a gold tooth and a rap sheet as long as your arm. He is a creature of passions, like light switch raves, flash animation, and crime. As far as what kind of creature he is, he's roughly the middle on the spectrum between Chester Cheetah and an Ottoman.
Coach Z, Homestar's coach and master of all the big sports, you know, the big ones. He also used to be a chart-topping rapper in his home country. Which country is that? Probably Chicago. Does he sleep in the locker room out of dedication to his job or due to questionable life choices? Yes.
Number 7.
Bubs!
Oh, I can't do that. A cheerfully disreputable concession stand owner, ready to charge for anything. His entrepreneurial spirit moves him to engage in a variety of business ventures, from paranormal investigator to normal investigator. He's also the town's one-man criminal element. Oh, except for Strong Bad, and the cheat, and Strong Mad. And let's face it, probably Coach C. Okay, so maybe criminal is the main element the town is made of, but Bubs is definitely a big part of that. But what is his connection to the enigmatic Thnickaman? The world may never know.
Pom Pom! A big, round, feather-light film artor and ladies' man. He's also the most dangerous person in the community, as he does have a katana, he knows martial arts, and has a goddamn gun. There's no joke here. It's just while the pom-pom is the one who's packing.
Marzipan, a sort of broom-shaped lady whose passions are the environment and small animals. She's also in an off-and-on relationship with Homestar Runner, which really doesn't say much about her taste in men. But look, it's not like any of us on this episode today have room to fucking talk.
The King of Town. The perpetually hungry, aged, possible monarch of Freetown, USA, who lives by the creed honor, valor, butter. He's also married to a bowl of New Brunswick stew, or at least we're choosing to assume that he still is. Let's be honest, there's no polite way for us to ask, did you eat your wife?
The Poopsmith, a silent shoveler of manure employed by the King of Town. The Poopsmith brings a dignity to the task of waste management that's truly inspirational. Yes, he's always a little bit disgusting, but look, you're already this far into fucking the universe of Homestar Runner. So what are you gonna do? Turn back now?
Senior Card Gauge. A middle-aged weirdo with a mustache and dad glasses who talks like someone on their 4th double whiskey soda. Sure, it's possible that he drives an unmarked white van, but he does have those melted candy bars. So it's not like a trap has no bait. Not that Megan Bob needed any.
I wrote that joke. I'm allowed to say this about
You're
myself.
throwing shade at yourself.
It is.
Marshy. A giant disembodied marshmallow head with a bite taken out of it and a voice like a haunted Christian Slater Furby. Finally! A food that will induce nightmares before and after you eat it!
Gunhaver. The cheat, but as a G.I. Joe knockoff perpetually trying to save the world from evil forces. Sort of. Known for his catchphrase, rock, rock on, and his charity work with pistols for pandas. Accessories not included.
Stinkoman. It's actively resisting the urge to do the voices for all of these.
It's so hard.
Stinkoman. Strong bad, but from the future of 20XD6, where everything has gone all Dragon Ball. Will he yell, double deuce? When he comes, stay tuned to find out.
And with that, we come to our rankings. All right, everybody, strap the fuck in. We begin, as we always do, with our median. In this case, our number 8. Annie, who is your number 8?
My number 8 is the Homestar Runner himself.
Oh, hey!
Look, sure, he's a terrific athlete, but is he a giving lover? No, absolutely not. You better hope that you go from 0 to orgasm with Homestar, because the dude will get distracted within about 10 to 15 seconds. Like, if you try to have sex with Homestar, you're going to end up disappointed and covered in non-euphemistic Melonade from a never-ending soda bottle. I mean, why do you think Marzipan is so uptight? Girl is never finished. And I'm going to be honest, the only reason this dude's so high up in my list is that for most of when I was writing this, my only entry for Homestar was, when Homestar comes, he says, oh, why?
Oh, that was really beautiful. All right. Dylan, your inaugural appearance on this podcast. Who is your number 8 for this universe?
I just want to say that there's a big gap between like the last few and the top.
Mm-hmm.
And I do feel like everybody in the top is pretty close together. Anyway, my middle is still pretty high with Bubs.
Wow.
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 Bubs lives a shady lifestyle that speaks to my sordid past in a way. He's a small business owner, yes, but also a shady black market operator who is a licensed bail bondsman and paranormal investigative ghost hunter. And I just feel like he makes me feel safe in a way, which is always sexy.
Aw.
Sure.
All right. Pat, your number 8.
So, in order to get rankings at all, what I've done is I contented myself with like, who is probably yes, good, who's nah, and then I picked one for the dead middle.
Okay.
And so, because here's the other thing, I've watched all of Homestar Runner. Like,
oh, wow.
Oh, no. Like, I mean, fuck. I mean, no offense to all y'all kids, but like this was going on when I was in my 20s and I watched it when it came out, and I've rewatched it recently with my kids. And so I know every bit of Homestar Runner lore. And when I started the conversation with my boys, I'm like, hey, who do you think you'd want as a sexual partner? I said, now we do have to immediately disqualify all tertiary and quaternary characters, which is to say everyone who only appears in maybe one episode or in only like less than 3 small side bits.
Sure.
And that is still like, I guarantee 100 people right there that disqualified. Yes. So now as my middleist pick, I picked Pom Pom.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
I think he'd be fine. I think he's a bro. This is complicated by so many potential things about how this ranking is supposed to work. If all we're talking about is like one go round and one go round is different from.
And this is often left in
Truth.
the guest's hands.
Haha. But are we not doing phrasing anymore? Because and
Dog, we'd be here all day.
right. Because like when I was talking about this with the boys, who would you be curious about, or who would you want as a consistent sexual partner? Because those are two very, like, there's a lot of people I'd love to like try it out once with, just out of curiosity. Yeah. But there's a huge difference from somebody who I would want as like a partner as opposed to a fling or a nooner.
Yeah.
It led to some really interesting discussions with the boys as a playful way of bringing this up. But Pom Pom, he's in the middle because, as one of my boys said, you know, he's got something going on. Like, everyone's interested in Pom Pom. Like, there's a bunch of ladies who are interested in him. But, you know, I still put him in the middle. I don't think of him as like a good long-term pick or even like the most entertaining one-off. But he doesn't have any like serious red flags either.
All right. My number 8 is the King of Town.
That's so low for you.
Wow. Fuck you, Annie. I love you. Look,
Love you too, buddy.
as someone who has also dedicated a lot of time in this life to enjoying butter, I do feel like we'd have something in common. And yes, if I covered myself in butter and mayonnaise, he would probably fuck me in ways that I think about for the rest of my life. But I cannot be investing in this as a lifestyle. He's a novelty fuck. But I think there's no way you get a repeat performance out of him unless you break out the Hellmans and get to slathering again.
Sure.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
I'm not sure how comfortable I am with this thin, the wafer thin line between being covered in a condiment and straight up vor. Because I have zero faith that he wouldn't try to actually eat me if the lighting was right and it was close to lunch.
I don't even feel like it would be on purpose. I just think that he would get really excited.
Yeah, accidentally.
Yeah.
All right, James, you're number 8.
My number 8 is strong mad. There's an extreme level of physical power here. But it's not clear if there's any awareness or control sitting behind that power.
Wild.
You could get tossed around to your delight or have all of your bones broken. It's too much of a risk.
Yeah, this is fair. This is absolutely fair. And I am going to go next for this next round because my number 9 is strong mad. Guys, I really don't know. I don't know. I have never fucked a rectangular Incredible Hulk before. I keep imagining him just petting me, which I'm into.
Yeah.
But I think that may be where it ends. Just a lot of petting me like I'm a large chinchilla and then going to sleep. Maybe I could give him a really sedate blowjob. Like, I think that's about where it tops out. And buddy, if I wanted to give sedate blowjobs, I'd leave my business card at the local senior center. But I don't. So here we are. All right. Pat, you're number 9.
I'm going to say probably strong bad.
Oh, wow. Love this.
For number 9.
Love this.
Interesting.
Strong bad for number 9.
For me, everyone below this median is nah. Like,
Sure.
Nah. He's mean. He's an egoist. He's kind of petty. What does he have going for him? And I feel a little bad because other people haven't named where strong bad shows up on their list. But I mean, what does he have going for him? He's kind of charismatic and he's famous. He's the most important person on the show.
Sure.
So if that's why you pick strong bad, take a look at your life.
Wow.
I guess I didn't feel bad actually. Why the fuck would he be good at this, either short term or long term?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Fair.
All right.
Brutally fair.
God damn. All right, Dillin.
Scathing. My number 9 is Marshy. And I want to clarify
Wow,
that
brave.
that's a fuckable 9. That's a that's a 9. We're doing it. I don't think I even have to justify myself. It's a floating disembodied marshmallow head. We're going to have a great time, or I'm going to have a great time, and hopefully Marshy is also into it. I think there's nothing wrong with that. It's still pretty middling in the list, but I think it's going to be a great time.
Beautiful. Love this. All right, Annie, you're number 9.
My number 9 is Stinko Man. Because, all right,
Ooh.
so I think this would actually work a lot in the same way that, in the way that you trick Goku into having sex with you. Which is just that you have to convince him that sex is a kind of fighting, and suddenly he'll try to be the best at it. Like, I mean, he's always asking for a challenge. Challenge him to sex, biggest orgasm wins. And then you get to find out if the carpet matches those blue drapes of his.
I'm pretty sure that's how I. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how I romanced Garrus Vicarian.
Sure.
Sure. I think that's the same. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, you mean my boyfriend Garrus Vicarian?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I do.
oh, what a boyfriend. James, you're number 9.
My number 9 is Poopsmith. Look,
Oh,
Really?
love this.
he's going to lose
Okay.
a lot of points for his job and the smell associated with it. But that is his job. And I
Yeah, there it is.
refuse to judge someone for having a presumably low-class job. The question is how good he would be at it. And we don't have much information here, except that he's strong and he has the conviction to hold the vow of silence. I think there's something there.
Oh, love this. All right, we move on now to our number 10. All right, Pat, you're number 10.
10 for me, I'd probably say Poopsmith. Because, and again, for me, these below 8s are like, nah, mostly because he's nonverbal and I'm verbal. You know, like I can
hear you.
You can read that any way you want, right? But
We gotta
it's
be
hard.
talking.
I can get consent without actual text. However, if we're gonna get into specifics, you know, also, I don't think I have much in common with him. So, like, I just don't.
This is very exciting.
I really like what James said about, like, I'm not going to look down on anybody, like, for having a blue class job. Yeah, bravo. And just because his job is something that is smelly, he's not going to smell during sex because, yeah, dude fucking knows how to take a shower. He's not an idiot. But we can't talk during. We can't talk before. There's no pillow talk after. You know, and we can't. You know, I can't give good direction during. I don't know. It wouldn't be great. Wouldn't be great.
All right. Dillin, you're number 10.
My number 10 is Stinko Man. We are just entering the slightly unfuckable territory for me. I would still give Stinko Man a chance because I think that there's enthusiasm there. There's an energy that I think that could be promising. But the cringe is past the cringe is past my normal level. So we're not talking after, during, or before. And this is a one-time deal for sure. Yeah.
All right. James, you're number 10.
My number 10 is a big feels. Because it's marzipan. Marzipan
Disgusting.
is a complicated figure for me. On the one hand, she is constantly harassed as one of the only femme-presenting people in her entire town, and also her boyfriend is objectively pretty awful. However, none of these excuses her insincerity, her hypocrisy, and her even cruelty. She used to be a kind of generic hippie character, but as the series progressed, we got glimpses into her mean streak. She has insulted the looks, intelligence, and choices of literally everyone she knows. Strong sad,
Yeah.
her apparent closest friend is constantly belittled and taken advantage of. She has a superiority complex that I can only assume is related to the fact that she has royal blood. Then there's Homestar. She does not like Homestar. She's shown pretty dramatic contempt for Homestar. She should break up with this man. This relationship is awful. She never commits to end it, though. Instead, she aggressively stays with a person that she doesn't like, respect, or treat well. And of the two of them, she is the only one that I am certain has the mental faculties to understand how bad it is and how to end it. And she never does. You can say that people get trapped in abusive relationships. However, that imposes a mutual agency that I don't think is there. Homestar is not well. And this is a fact that Marzipan is definitely aware of. So why is she with him? Well, based on the fact that she constantly expresses interest in people and objects that look like him, we can be certain she finds him physically attractive. She wants his body and thinks she can bully and control everything else until it suits her. Her hippie persona, her cynical masquerade as a person who cares about things, leads me to believe that she thinks she wants a romanticized notion of sex, that she will insist on lovemaking. The thing is, I could never trust her as a partner to have the authenticity or integrity to actually form an authentic connection. If you showed her any vulnerability, she would no doubt use it against you as soon as you left the room. I don't know who this woman is. No one does. She doesn't respect anyone enough to let them get close to her, yet she insists on intimacy. You ask me, what would sex with her be like? All I can see is hollow nastiness. Anything else is a skill that she honed in a relationship with Homestar Runner, and I don't like your chances there.
Wow.
James?
I can't believe that that I'm going to say this right now, but the woke left has ruined Homestar Runner. And I actually, that is, oh gosh. I have lots to say to you later.
I have lots to say, but I would like to start, and I'll leave it here for now, is James.
Mm-hmm.
I've never wanted you more.
Wow.
I've never loved you more than I loved you I love you
my
right now for that brilliant screed. Now, I disagree with so much of it.
Sure.
Foundationally,
It's one of the hottest takes that I've brought here.
It's brilliant.
It's actually, it's disgusting what you've been saying. It's sick what you've been saying.
All right. Annie, you want to bring us back to reason here with your number 10?
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that because my number 10 is also Marzipan.
Yes! Get her
my God.
ass! Get
Annie.
her broom-shaped ass!
Annie, what if I dared you to say normal things about her, though, for the next 2 minutes? If I said, hey, Annie, say some reasoned things.
I'm not going to be able to match whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah.
All right, look. Here's the thing. Marzipan is the exact kind of extremely tightly wound, aged hippie who hasn't had good weed in years. I know there's at least like 2 of them in my family. There's no way that Marzipan is not clenched so tight that anything inserted into her would be crushed like a soda can in a hydraulic press. Marzipan needs a therapist more than she needs a good hard fucking, and the effort it would take for Marzipan to relax, like to get Marzipan to relax, is simply time I could better spend topping strong sad.
Oh, I love this. All right, my number 10 is Homestar Runner.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Remember how much you really wanted to fuck the dumbest athlete in your high school? Me neither.
Me neither. Right, thank you.
Please do not insult me by claiming that this is because I'm a sapiosexual, because I'm nasty, but I'm not gross. It's that I don't want to fuck a golden retriever on speed. And on top of his 120 mile per hour personality, he's emotionally erratic, which is just a goddamn nightmare. I cannot help but feel that the night will end with him sobbing on my tits because he just remembered Lil Brother, the one-legged puppy.
The heart of a champion.
What am I doing with my wife?
Oh, no. Which, look, and this is not a cool thing to say, but if you're going to give me soggy tits, it has to be for some legitimate grief or pain that you're going through, not because Taco Bell got your order wrong. My tits are one of our nation's most precious resources, and I can't be letting just any motherfucker sob on them, okay?
Yeah, there's
Sure.
a shortage.
Save our tits.
That's true.
All right, we move on to number 11. Dillin, who is your number 11?
Who is my number 11, you ask? Oh, yeah, it's Senor Card Gauge.
Oh, wow, brave.
Yeah, is it? I mean, so, look, he's pretty unfuckable. No, I should rephrase. He is not someone I want to fuck. He is someone that, on a bad night, in a pinch, I feel like you're really at the end of your rope. You've had a really rough, 3 months. Like
You're getting It's Followed or something. Yeah.
Yeah. You're really, really just racking up negative karma and bad energy, and you just have to let it out somewhere. I do feel like it'd be easy. And sometimes that's fine. Sometimes that's what you need. It's not going to be a good time. It's not going to be a fun time. It's not going to be a time I talk about with anybody else. But it's going to happen, probably. So that's where Senor Card Gauge is going to live.
All right, beautiful. Pat, you're number 11.
I'll put Stinko Man here.
Beautiful.
All of these characters are weirdly childlike, and I would like to plant my flag very firmly in childlike as opposed to child-ish, right? It's a vital distinction for this discussion. But Stinko Man, something about the clean lines, the anime, the higher voice, it's not innocent, it's oblivious. Like there can be a charmingness and naivete, but Stinko Man, I think, is kind of thick. But just not my cup of tea. If I had this all to renumber and I could second guess this for a week, I'd maybe move him more up to median, but he's still like, nah.
My number 11 is also Stinko Man. Let's assume he knows what sex is. Does he enjoy it? Probably not. He could become technically proficient for the sake of really giving his abs a workout, but that's not the same as having passion or a perspective on sex. More to the point, I don't want him to treat my pussy as a training stage before the big fight. Bitch, my pussy is the big fight.
You don't want to be the Street Fighter car?
No, I want to be the final stage. I want my pussy to be M. Bison.
Of course.
All right. Annie, you're number 11.
My number 11 is Gunhaver. Now,
oh, I love this.
So, out of anybody on this list, I had the hardest time trying to think of, what does Gunhaver think sex is? Because he's like 5 different references tossed into one. He's a pastiche of a pastiche of a pastiche. So I think he would only understand sex couched in a series of idioms. If you asked him to have sex, just straight up, do you want to have sex? Do you want to fuck? He would just stare at you blankly through those aviators.
Yeah, he doesn't know what that is.
Exactly. If you asked him to make the beast with 2 backs, he'd assume you're talking about a new vehicle accessory that your moms and dads can buy now on sale at your nearest Big Lots. So I figure you got to go full Roger Rabbit on this guy. You got to tell him you want to play patty cake. And then actually play patty cake, like the hand clapping game. But here's the thing, folks. I've seen those little nubs that count as hands. That guy ain't gonna be good at patty cake.
All right, yeah. James, you're number 11.
My number 11 is Coach Z. I don't want to know how he pronounces cum.
I feel like he says ejaculate. I think. I feel like he doesn't.
I feel It's probably
in
like
that
ejaculate.
in that moment, ejaculate is
Yeah.
very good. But I think in that
Ejaculate.
moment of post-nut clarity, he has a perfect Oxford accent.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that. I
Just
like
long
that a
enough to
lot.
say, I came. And that's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
actually,
wow.
that's good. I think that's a read. That's
Oh
good.
no, it's all
Yeah.
over my shorts.
Yeah, my kids can't listen to this. not for a while. We're putting this one in the
Nope.
vault.
All right, we move on now to number 12. Okay, I'm going to start with number 12, and my number 12 is Strong Sad. Not a virgin, but Jesus. Sorry. So fucking insufferable you'd wonder how sex ever happened. Because some guys approach the people they're with like pre-Boaz anthropologists and want to uplift them culturally. No, sweetheart, the movies you like are trash, but let me expose you to real art. And no, he's not the most egregious example of this, but for sure he's going to try and get me into the things he's into. Also, I get big I need a mommy vibes off of Strong Sad. And can I just say, as one needy bottom to another needy bottom, I ain't your mommy.
Sure.
Fascinating.
That just cannot be my
Fascinating
problem.
read. Fascinating read.
Bob,
Really
Fascinating
gonna
read.
be. Can't wait.
Bob, my 12 is also Strong Sad.
That's unbelievable.
Now,
Thank you.
here's
Wow.
my
I
take
feel
is a
fucking attacked.
little different. My take is a little different
That's
here. I
crazy.
think for a very specific type of sadist, he's a top shooter. He's a dream. My problem is I really try to assess, especially as we get to lower parts of certain lists, it's a risk assessment as much as it is a do I want to have sex with this person? I think he is full on cursed. Even if he could perform well in the bedroom, he could say something afterwards so unsexy it would go back in time and murder your boner like the Terminator.
Love
That's
this.
on top of the follower problem. That is, if you are not committed to having a long-term relationship with Strong Sad, which if you are, God bless your energy. I don't have that energy anymore. Emotional energy. It would not take that much physical energy. If you kiss him, he will think about you for the rest of his life.
Oh no.
That's going to be like, that's such a huge commitment. I can't.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's good to meet you, James. It's good to meet It's good to meet you. Good to know this about you. Fascinating.
It's gonna be
All right.
fun later.
Fascinating.
Dylan, who is your number 12?
My number 12 is the King of Town. We're fully into pretty much I'm not going to do it, but like if I came into money problems or something, like I feel like, there's a level of desperation that isn't too horrific that I could see. And I think it would at least be pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
He's a goofy man. And yes, the whole like, will he eat me thing, I have thought about it. And it's like, I feel like, you've never been excited by a gamble, like it's sort of like it could go fine. Anyway, I think we're certainly at the bottom of the ladder, but it's still on there. He's hanging on.
All right, Pat, you're number 12.
Number 12, I have Bubs.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Show me any evidence in the series that Bubs is not a creature entirely of self-interest. Also, he's dishonest. The only upside to Bubs is that he is forthright with his dishonesty,
Mhm.
but that is the backhandest of upsides. That is not a silver lining. That's lead. And not to call anyone specific out here, but if Bubs gets really high on your list, James, I'm going to talk about capitalism a lot.
Oh, but you want to write that down for Let's Unpack That, because Bubs,
Okay.
Bubs is doing well.
But he is like the living embodiment of capitalism, and dishonest and supremely self-interested. I don't need any more red flags than that. I mean, I can date more red flags than that, but I don't need that anymore in my life.
Tough affair. All right, Annie, you're number 12.
My number 12 is Coach Z.
Okay.
Like-
Whoa.
Okay, so I was prepared
Sure.
to assume going into this that Coach Z, being one of the more humanoid Homestar characters, might be a reasonably good lay, except for, the noise he definitely makes when he comes. It is, Instead, let me read to you the section headings on the Homestar Runner wiki page entitled Coach Z's Problems.
Oh,
And may I remind you, he has more than two. Alcoholism, antisocial behavior, financial, hygiene, lack of generally common knowledge, medical, psychological, speech impediment, and miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous.
You're making me like him more.
Here's the thing. Like, listen. All of this leads me to conclude that Coach Z is the greasy, pathetic rat man of Homestar.
Yeah.
And I know I just made a few folks' eyes light up at the thought of fucking a greasy, pathetic rat man, because there is a very specific greasy, pathetic rat man gene. Like cilantro, I just don't have it. But God, he's somebody's favorite. Y'all go to town.
All right, we move on now to number 13. Okay, James, you're number 13.
My number 13 is Senior Card Gauge.
Oh, wow.
There's
Wow.
no way this
Okay.
guy isn't murdering you. But even that aside, let's say he's not a murderer. Smells like pea soup. Smells like pea soup. And I know I rated the Poopsmith quite a bit higher than this. I know where the Poopsmith smell comes from. Senior Card Gauges? He's not carrying around pea soup. We know what's in that shopping bag. It's melted candy bars. It's not pea soup. That means he exudes it. There's not a part of him that my mouth can approach that won't inhale that. And you just know his breath is fucking wild. His skill could be off the charts. He could be one of, these bed frameless savants that is spoken of in legend. My issue is that even if he is that skilled, I can't appreciate it because I'm going to be thinking about everything else that is assaulting me during that particular hookup.
It's tough but fair.
I have to go next because my number 13 is also Senior Card Gauge.
Yes!
And it's interesting that you went with pea soup, James, because I figure there's no way this dude doesn't smell like a booth in a Denny's circa 1973 that hasn't been cleaned a while, and the sun has baked the seat cushions and it's peeling. This guy smells like old eggs, ashtrays, broken crayons, and sour milk, and I guarantee you the dick smells worse.
Yeah.
Yes, Probalo! Senior Card Gauge, yes, Probalo!
Oh, that's so cute. I love it. All right. Pat, you're number 13.
My number 13 is Gunhaver.
Oh, hey.
I don't want to fuck Republicans. That's just a personal choice. I'm not judging anyone else, but
That's fine.
I'm
no,
just
that's
not-
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. All right. Tough affair. My number 13 is also Gunhaver.
Oh, man!
Wow,
No.
nice.
Just know he's going to be watching himself while we fuck. I could get into that, but we got to be in that vibe together. On top of that, he's a bad actor on a bad show. That's not a judgment of his artistic capabilities so much as an observation about how good sex is either stone cold real or has some element of heightened theater to it. Gunhaver can give me neither. He's going to be absent-mindedly fingering me while he complains about his script. Garbage.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Dillin, you're number 13.
Yeah, my number 13 is our dear old Amstray. Homestar Runner is my 13. There are 2 people ranked below Homestar Runner, and there is one single reason for that. There is only one reason why he is not at the bottom of this list, because he is a whiny, pathetic, nothing of a guy. But the world's most perfect woman loves him. And if Marzipan loves him, how could I think for a second that I know better? How could I possibly put him at the bottom of this list and defy Marzipan like that? He is only here and surviving because he is loved by her.
Wow. Okay. All right. We move on now to number 14. Okay. Pat, you're number 14.
Coach Z.
Coach Z. All right.
Coach Z.
Fair.
Because, and this one, again, led to an interesting, because as intrigued as I was, and as immediately as I said yes to being on this podcast when I heard the concept, I haven't listened to it before, but James gave me the deets, and he said, you assume the best conditions, and they're into you and you're into them. And so I'm like, okay. And so for the Poopsmith, that he has a job, he can take a shower, and Coach Z has some stuff going on. But I think the implication is that Coach Z is unhygienic.
Yeah.
And that implies a certain, maybe a lack of self-care that is a red flag. But more importantly, and this, again, led to an interesting discussion about partners with the boys, where there's a lot of things portrayed as unhygienic that are merely fashion, or they're fads, or they're cultural norms. Like people, women were fooled into shaving half their bodies because Bic wasn't making money off the army anymore. And it's like, because get rid of all that unhygienic hair. But Coach Z is not merely unfashionable, although arguably he is that as well. But Coach Z is unhygienic, and that would imply that even in ideal situations, he might not shower, or he might smell bad, and that is hard to overcome in a partner, whether it be short-term or long-term. And it's a shame. There's other things there, but that's the big one. Most of the no's, and this is something I realized, most of my no's were no's for something I didn't want, but there was nothing that was the opposite. There was nobody where I'm like, oh, they're super clean, they're my number one.
Sure.
It was just, there's some things that I don't want bad.
Yeah.
And those are all my no's. But all of my yeses were other things. And the boys' yeses were other things. They weren't just the opposite of a red flag, interestingly. But yeah, hygiene, unfortunately, I think knocks him out of the running real hard.
Makes sense.
Tough but fair.
Fascinating.
All right. Dillin, you're number 14.
Yeah, my number 14 is Strong Mad. I don't really think I have to justify myself here. He's got big incel vibes. He doesn't understand women.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's a hot take on Strong Man.
Yeah.
It's not actually. Watch the show. Good God. He's got a tenuous grasp on both women and language. And
well, that's fair. That's fair.
And also doesn't own a computer. What would we even talk about? We can't do anything. Yeah, so that's a hard no on Strong Man. Thank you.
All right. My number 14 is Marzipan.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
Dillin, your face, Dillin. I'm sorry.
Maybe
Just knocking them down one by one.
Maybe she'll tolerate me touching her skirt? ?
You should be so lucky.
I don't really know what's under there, but if I am into it at all, she's going to hate it. In fact, I think if I came in front of Marzipan, she would say, yuck. Which I am simply not emotionally fucking equipped to handle. Maybe everyone else here has a better therapist than I do, but that I cannot fucking handle that. I'm sorry.
That is the most damning thing anyone has said or will ever say in this episode is, you're right, any of these other fictional, unhinged, whatever that we're talking about. But you're right, somebody saying that is the worst conceivable.
Yeah.
So, Annie, you're number 14.
My number 14 is Marshy. All right.
Oh,
so
hey.
Wow.
Ooh.
Look, I don't really have the equipment to sink into Marshy, nor do I think a strap-on would really give me the specific pleasure I'm looking for, and I don't have the emotional fortitude to withstand sex with a sapient marshmallow who plays mind games. And before you say, oh, but wait, Annie, he has a tongue, buddy, are you really gonna try to sell me on a marshmallow with a prehensile tongue? Are you really? Like, I know I'm a monster fucker, but I'm not an unspeakable horror fucker.
All right, James, you're number 14.
My number 14 is Homestar Runner.
Oh, wow.
I have to assume that he is the perfect meeting of selfish and incompetent. How can a pillow princess possibly ruin an experience? Homestar will find a way. I don't care how many grapes he can lift. Then there's also, he's got a similar strong sad problem. I'm not certain that Homestar isn't a sexually transmitted disease that Marzipan has contracted, where
Oh my god.
you touched him once and now it's impossible to get rid of him. He'll show back up like a cartoon character. He'll fall off the cliff and then you'll open the door and there he is.
Oh.
I respect this.
Oh, that's tough. All right. Finally, the bottom of the list, number 15. I'll start. My 15 is Marshy.
Wow.
I am afraid to go
Thank
anywhere
you.
near that mouth.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Marshy is straight up haunted.
It's bad.
Will probably express his sexual desire by stuffing fluffy puff marshmallows into various openings.
Oh, God.
And I'm not shopping for a yeast infection. Thank you.
Mhm.
Praise Sobek.
Yeah. Ooh. That said, I've realized I would give a marshmallow a blowjob. So this is not all downside. This is not. This
Yeah.
is not a complete no.
That cum is great. We all know that cum tastes great.
Yeah. Oh, best cum in this episode. Absolutely.
At what cost?
All right, Annie, you're number 15.
Look, it's the Poopsmith, okay? You know why.
Wow.
He's the look. His arms. He doesn't take off the gloves. His arms are just the shit-covered gloves. And like, yeah, maybe he does one job really, really, really well, but the job is still touching shit with his bare hands, and I'm not into scat play.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Pat, you're number 15. You're bottom of the list.
Senior cart gauge.
Oh, wow.
For as much as I appreciate, sort of romantic poets, in this day and age, they're called stalkers. And it's kind of not cool, culturally speaking, anyone who hides behind a bush. And it sucks because that's the voice I can do the best. But
That's
it doesn't get you anywhere in bed. And I just before any of you try that, I already did the research. So yeah, but again, I feel like it's self-evident why he's there.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, Dillin, you're number 15.
Yeah. My number 15 is the cheat. And
Whoa!
yeah. I like this is it's really simple. I love the cheat. The cheat is canonically a cat. And like not it's just a cat. It's just a non
Your perfect woman
pet
went on a
cat.
date with him. What are you talking about? He's a cat.
She can do whatever she wants. But come on. Yeah, the cheat's just a cat to me. I can't see past it. And that's fine.
Okay.
That's fair.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right, James.
My number 15 is the king of town.
Okay.
How can you make someone worse than Homestar? Make them a king. Marzipan's issues are very clearly father issues, because the more I compared Homestar and the king of town, the more I saw that these are the same man at different ages, at different stages in life. All kings belong in graves. All kings belong in graves.
Beautiful.
Fair.
Well, what a strong end. All right. That was it. That was the bottom of our very weird Homestar Runner list. And now we get to the top half, which I'm sure is going to be wonder after wonder.
Fully
pure
normal
delight.
from here on out.
Yeah.
Only normal answers.
Dylan, would you start us off with your number 7?
My number 7 is Gunhaver.
Oh, hey.
And I know that
That's so interesting.
I know it is. And I know it is. But the thing is, like, would I fuck a cat? No. But would I fuck a cool cat? Like,
Dylan, I adore
kinda,
you.
yeah.
Yes, yeah, sure.
yeah. So, yeah, they're far apart on my list, but for good reason. He's cool.
Okay. All right. Pat, you're number 7.
Forced to choose. I think I put King of Town in the, he's on the low end of, sure. A man of strong appetites,
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
mature, worldly, familiar with power. I mean, what the fuck do you not want there? And you know, he might be a little focused on food. That's a hobby. That need not intrude into the bedroom just because somebody is into fucking butterfly collecting or stamps or model trains doesn't mean that's what they're like in bed. You know, I'd give it a go. I'm like, yeah, sure. I don't know if it would be a long-term thing, but yeah, I'd go for it.
All right. My number 7 is Strong Bad. From the outside, he's extremely fuckable and has the magnetic personality to draw you in, but hundo p certain that he's actually deeply self-conscious. No one is less cool than the guy who needs to be cool during sex. And Strong Bad will need to be cool during sex.
Oh.
What is cool during sex is being your absolute most authentic self. Is that scary? Yes! It's fucking terrifying. But that's also why it's cool. You got to be brave to fuck like you mean it, not just hide behind a metaphorical, or in this case, literal mask. Also, not gonna lie, for me to get off, I'd need him to keep the boxing gloves on. Because if I saw
absolutely.
his hands, I would freak the fuck out like it was the 1890s and someone showed me a picture of an elbow. Something about seeing this always covered part of his body naked would feel horrifically unnatural to me. And I love me some fucked up monsters, but I truly just... No, he must remain a hands and face never nude for me to handle this.
I don't think you're going to have a problem there.
What if they're just regular
Yeah.
hands?
That's too horrifying
No.
to contemplate.
Is that bad?
No,
Yeah.
That's worse.
That's awful.
That's worse.
That's awful, Dylan.
Yeah.
Don't say that. He only has boxing gloves.
Imagine if he has 5 fingers.
Ah, no.
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 No one. Well, I guess the Poopsmith has fingers, verifiably.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we haven't seen them. They're
No.
just conceptual. Everyone else has nubs. My number 7 is also Strong Bad.
Fascinating.
Strong Bad is all talk, but that at least implies a conceptual level of familiarity, which is better than a lot of people on this list.
True. It's true. All right, Annie, you're number 7.
I'm actually in this with Pat. Mine's the King of Town.
Beautiful.
Now, look, would the King of Town know you're having sex? Because I think he'd Mr. Magoo the whole situation. He'd mistake your cunt for a coat rack. I don't think he'd get off. I think you'd have to tell him that there's a Werther's Original between your legs, you know? Just tell him to go to town on that hard candy. And here's the thing, while he's distracted, you get to wear the crown.
Ooh.
And having sex in a crown doesn't not do anything for me. I mean, and sure, will he eat me? I mean, come on, look. This ain't my first time in the Monster Fucker Rodeo. Will they eat me is a regular question we ask. And the answer is, ooh, I wonder.
Yeah.
We move on now to number 6. All right, Pat, you're number 6.
Marshy.
Marshy, wow, brave.
Love
that.
That's brave.
Love that.
That's brave.
I'm aware he's a celebrity. This is a parasocial relationship that I have with him. But so long as I'm clear about that, and this is, something that I'm just kind of giving a try, not necessarily as a long-term partner, but man, I would fuck a giant sentient marshmallow.
That's beautiful.
Respect.
I mean, if you're at all sexually adventurous and you don't take the opportunity to fuck a giant sentient marshmallow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't want to, your life is your life, but I hope I would never say no to that opportunity.
Sure.
And
That's
I
beautiful.
couldn't and still kind of be true to myself.
Yeah.
I love this. All right, James, you're number 6.
My number 6 is Stinko Man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fascinating.
This list is challenging because
Fascinating.
he has, as Annie's pointed out, the Goku problem of he probably
Right.
doesn't fully know what sex is, and you might have to teach him about it, which there could be appealing parts of that, but likely a relationship with him is going to be fraught with anime nonsense, meaning that it will consist mostly of him fighting in my honor with very little actual touching. This means I will get to see a lot of cool fights, which I'm actually into. And if I do get to hook up with him even once, I'll be able to watch those explosive battles in the sky and whisper to the person next to me, I blow that guy sometimes.
Oh, I love this. Okay, my number 6 is Pom Pom. Good with
Sure.
women and has a gun.
Yeah.
I don't know why that does something for me, but it honest to God does. I think I fall in love with too many mafia characters to not swoon the thought of a ladies' man who definitely kind of a loose cannon.
Yeah.
Downside, he is kind of up his own ass about how great he is, one of those dojo guys. Not that I'm against a guy coming home smelling of feet, but like it can't be a lifestyle thing. I expect him to fuck me, but already be thinking about who he's going to be texting after he comes. And that's a turnoff. No matter how much you have that nasty dojo stank on you.
Nice.
All right.
Love that.
Thank you. All right, Dillin, you're number 6.
Yeah. I want to just preface this by saying that everything above an 8 on my list is a resounding yes, just to different degrees.
Sure.
These
Resounding
are fuckable
yes.
people.
Okay.
And so I will say the Poopsmith. And here, all
Oh,
I'm going to say, that's a union man.
Yeah.
That's a union. That's a fucking union man right there.
Yep.
oh shit.
I don't think I need to-
shit.
I don't think I need to say anything else.
I'm wet already.
All right. Annie, you're number 6.
My number 6 is the cheat. All right,
Oh,
so
wow.
look, he's got a lot of charisma. Ladies love the cheat, and me, I'm ladies. And I respect anybody who's as driven as the cheat. He's got friends, he's pursuing hobbies, he's creative, he likes doing crimes, he likes going to and creating raves, provided there's a light switch he can reach. He's got a lot going on for him. But the thing that keeps him from being even higher on here is the fact that he lives in a grill. And we're going to have
yeah.
to keep coming back to my place, or we're going to have to go out to the best Motel 6 that amateur flash cartoon animation hosted on albino black sheep money can buy. And that's not a lot. And if he ever moves out of the grill, it's probably going to be moving in with the brothers Strong. And can you imagine trying to be intimate while you have all 3 Strongs in the house?
Oh.
They'll be insufferable roommates is the problem.
That's why their mother is never home.
That's why their mother's never home.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. And now we move on to number 5. Dillin, you're number 5.
Yeah. My number 5 is going to be Pom Pom.
Nice.
Respectable.
Pom Pom is a good friend, fluffy, and a
Yeah.
sick fighter. And I love all those things. Those things are great. I don't see a downside, really. Just seems like a rad time.
Beautiful. Love this. My number 5 is the Poopsmith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he nasty? Yes. Don't
Yeah.
care.
You fucking freaks.
I spent a summer mucking out horse stalls for what I later realized was a goddamn pittance, but I got to be around horses, so I wasn't too upset about it.
Hey.
A stall full of shit does not scare me. What
Good.
does scare me, what scares me deep in my soul, is that I think the Poopsmith is actually emotionally available.
Oh.
He's going
Oh.
to caress me.
Yeah.
Look at those sad, weird eyes. He's going to want to make love. And I mean, yes, we could have a sad, poignant, ultimately doomed night of gentle passion before he turns away from me in the early morning light to return to his true mistress, the shovel. And God damn it, I guess I want that, but I'm not happy about it, and I am afraid.
Bob wants to be cucked by a shovel, but is at least upset about it. Okay.
Look, man, that grilled cheese sandwich is like, that grilled cheese sandwich is going places, all right?
Yeah. Oh, man. All right, James, you're number 5.
My number 5 is Gunhaver. A little
wow.
G.I. Joe guy with the baffling Muppet-like physiology of the cheat? Sign me up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh, I love this. All right, Pat, you're number 5.
Marzipan.
Oh,
right.
wow. Love this for you.
Maybe call me basic for going for the one female presenting character on the show. But I'm curious about a lot, actually. Like, I don't know if it would be the long-term sexual partner, but maybe this is where I'll start talking about what I realized when I've said when I talked with the boys, I noticed patterns in things. And in discussing things with the boys, I'm forced to articulate cultural rules that you never need to articulate unless you're trying to teach somebody something about the world. And I realized that the people that they were naming as this would be, yeah, sure. And that were on the top of my list or in the yes stack. They're people with depth.
Mm.
And specifically, when we brought up Marzipan, who didn't come up until late in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, why? And my younger boy said, she's smart.
No.
And my older boy said, she's sane. She's able to recognize so many of the other characters like wild shit. And I mean, fuck, would I love it if my boys grew up and only had sexual partners that were smart and or sane, preferably both?
Sure.
Like, what a treat. What would my life be like if I had only had partners like that? So yeah, like I realize, what puts somebody in the yes column that makes me curious about them or whatever, it's intelligence or cleverness. And I'm not ruling out like the broom thing. I'm willing to admit I might want to fuck a broom. It might be it. I don't know. That's one of the things I would find out after a night with Marzipan.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do I
and you'll
want to
find
fuck a
out.
broom?
You're going to find
Oh,
out.
yeah.
You got to
Oh,
find
I
out.
Yeah.
I think she'd show me.
Yeah.
All right, Annie, you're number 5.
All right, look, it's Strong Matt. All right, look, he's like 60%
Yes.
mouth and big, strong arms.
Whoa.
Like, those are 2 check marks. I think you could be eaten out real good by Strong Matt.
Oof.
He could pick you up and bury his big rectangle between your legs. Listen, I just think it'd be really fun to hear Strong Matt yell like, "No, I want to lick your pussy!"
Now that I respect.
Sure.
That I
Douglas!
Strong
Yeah.
Matt say pussy. It's just, that's all.
Cuddling. Oh, no.
Hey, look, an honorable mention we didn't put on this list is that stick that's brushing against a window and sounds like Douglas.
Yeah, that was actually considered for a minute.
Douglas!
All right, we move on to number 4. Annie, you're number 4.
My number 4 is actually Pom Pom.
Love it.
Okay, so like Pom Pom is clearly the most stable adult in the cast, and here's the thing about Pom Pom is that like he's got a life somewhere outside Homestar. He's got a cell phone in his body. He's like the normal fun guy who takes you out to dinner. He brings you home to some nice fun sex, nothing too wild. You have a good time together. Like, you know the theory that Waluigi is like just a normal fucking guy? It's just like he never shows up in any of the main Mario games. He just shows up for like tennis.
Sure.
He just likes to play tennis and sports games. He's got a day job. He just comes out to be a total fucking freak on the weekends. That's basically Pom Pom. I just think that kind of like stable energy really appeals to me with Pom Pom. And also, he comes like...
Oh,
Then that's good. What were
I think that's fun.
Wait.
Okay.
Do we think it's like
Okay.
little floaty bubbles?
Yeah.
That's even better.
I think there's a little pop.
That's more desirable.
No, I wanna vote that I think it's more like when he beats the hell out of Strong Bad, and it's like Dillin, like one up. It's like again and again and again.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
you get some of
That's
that.
fun.
You get some of that.
Yeah, I'm into that.
All right, Pat, you're number 4.
I'm going for Homestar, who's in the plus column.
Whoa.
All right.
Okay.
Let's hear
And
it.
I could make a joke here, but this is for science. And I could sort of say in a sultry voice something like, well, longest pants. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to cheapen this. I think Homestar is kind-hearted.
Contrary to evidence, yeah.
God bless you for laughing at that. I think he is not malicious. And also in our culture, we have a tendency to equate people that are happy with people that are stupid and people that are valueless, which is deeply problematic and deeply dangerous. Homestar is happy, and Homestar is playful, and Homestar is fun. And I want to have sex with people that are fun and that have like rich, complex inner lives. I could come back to that. I could spend a lot of time there. And even if I didn't want to have a permanent partner, go around. And one of my boys brought up, he does have psychic powers effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because no arms, but he can pick things up. So it's like that. It seems like there's potential there. So I don't know. Not top of my list, but high on my list.
Sure.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Well, my number 4 is Big Feels. And it is Sonora Card Game.
Wow.
Whoa.
There it is.
Oh,
there it is.
love to see that.
I love a sleazy motherfucker. I really deep down do. Something about a
Yep.
guy who's a mess hits
Yep.
Fascinating.
mwah, just right. He's going to smell like melted candy bars and taste like pea soup. He's going to say things I don't understand and will probably do stuff during sex that doesn't make any sense to me. Like stopping mid-fuck to take a burrito out of the fridge and put it on top of a space heater. The problem is that I don't think he relishes his sleaziness. Finger fucking me while eating a taco isn't his favorite thing to do on a Friday night. It's just who he is. Sleaziness has to be contrasted with something else for it to hit exactly right. But look, I gotta suck his dick at least once. I just have to. He's gonna say something unbelievably bizarre and inscrutable when he comes, like, don't look the pancakes in the eye, Geraldine. They've got a knife. Or, I could really go for a nice cold marmalade. And I just really, really need to know what it is.
I really do respect that. I really do respect the fuck of curiosity.
Thank you.
I really
Thank
do.
you. I fuck
That's
from a
great.
place of curiosity and
Yeah.
bravery. What can I say?
Yeah.
Interesting for you to say that right before I reveal my number 4.
Oh, yes, go for it.
Marshy.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Speaking of curiosity and bravery, this guy's
Yeah.
a freak.
Oh,
Yes.
easy.
And it doesn't matter how kinky you are. Keeping up with Marshy will kill you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Icarus definitely enjoyed flight before his wings melted. So chase your bliss.
All right. Dillin, you're number 4.
Oh, my number 4 is Strong Bad. I find him to be funny, charming, mean in all the right ways. I love someone who's mean. I love someone who's mean to their audience in a fun way. I think that's really great. I think that he is like the first example I ever saw of an influencer, and this is before influencers were a thing.
Sure.
And I think his hostile energy towards his viewership was good and healthy. and kept everybody in a close distance. I just think he's really funny, and he puts Homestar Runner in his fucking place all the time. And I know that it's going to be good because I know that we're going to match energy, and it's going to be fun. Yeah, I know I'm not walking away disappointed for sure.
Oh, beautiful.
He's going to sing to you. Like, if not before as foreplay, during, or if not, then afterwards, you know?
All right, we move on now to number 3. James, you're number 3.
My number 3 is the cheat. He's
Love it.
Fascinating.
furry little guy with the ability to take a real beating.
Oh.
I remember that stuffed cheat plushie that they put out there, the one with the voice box that only activated if you hit it really hard. The cheat's into that. The cheat likes that. The cheat and you can do some wild stuff together. He's also going to show you his Flash videos afterwards. He's an artist, a multidisciplinary artist. He's an enigma. He's an enigma and a mystery, and again, you can hit him so hard.
All right. Pat,
Actually,
you're number 3.
If I can go, because my number 3 is also the cheat.
Love it.
There you go.
And I'll say, when discussing this with my boys, the cheat came up very early. And of course, with the boys, I was also like, why? And we kind of, talked it over. And here's my thoughts, sort of informed by some of the things they said. Like, he's fuzzy. He's cuddly, right?
Sure.
You can cuddle the cheat. Think of all these other characters. How's the cuddle going to be? And the cuddle isn't always a necessary part of sex, but there are many versions of sex where cuddle is a vital ingredient. And even for the ones where it's not, you got some before and after, right? So cuddle. We also had a lot of discussion of language and consent. What we determined is that the cheat can do complex tasks and communicate, but he does speak a language that no one understands because there is talk of you can buy the cheat language tapes and learn the language.
Oh.
That's true.
Yep.
That is
it's
true.
Canonical,
Well,
right?
And Marzipan speaks the cheat. We know that at least.
That's right.
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah.
And it is implied that
Like how the
Strong Bad-
doctor speaks baby.
Well,
The,
I don't know.
strong
He said
bad.
something that disgusted her about her body, so I think the cheat can talk.
But he, strong bad can, obviously understand him, and they can communicate because, he's making videos. And we also said, he made these videos, and the truth is, they're sort of laughably, they're charming. They're not great. But you know what? He's one of the people with notable hobbies and artistic pursuits. And if you only are interested in people who are excel in their artistic field, oh boy, you've crossed out 98% of all humanity is fuckable. I just like that he likes doing it, and his videos are better than any I would ever make because I never made any videos. He has many projects and interests, and this means he has depth. He is creative.
Yeah.
He has his own interests and pursuits. So I'm interested in that.
Love this. Annie, you're number 3.
My number 3 is Bubs.
Oh,
Ooh,
love it.
I like that.
Oh, Bubs is the guy you go to if you want to fuck on a pile of cocaine and counterfeit bills.
Yeah.
This dude, you are going to have to schedule out in advance because he's a busy guy, when he's not running his successful business ventures, all very legitimate business ventures. He is hate fucking Coach Z in the nastiest, most toxic yaoi situation possible.
I'm clapping so hard. I'm clapping so hard, Annie.
But
this is beautiful.
If you can get in with Bubs, you are going to have just the wild hedonistic night with something you will not remember. And, but somehow at the same time, you'll never forget it. And also you'll have the weirdest feeling that the Thnicka man was there, but that can't possibly be right.
But here comes the Thnicka man.
Oh shit, here he comes!
My number 3 is also Bubs.
Yeah!
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
I feel like Bubs will absolutely slap my ass when I walk by, fill me up if I'm going to go get a glass of water. He's going to lie to me better than anybody else on this list. Sometimes that's what you're looking for. The fucking thing is that Bubs is going to want to play a very dangerous game with me when he clocks that I'm slutty. He may try to sell me a blowjob. Not receiving one, giving one. Can I live with knowing that a man who sells expired Cool Ranch Doritos charged me to suck his dick? I don't think that's the question. I think the question is, do I have the willpower, the fortitude not to fork over $5 to get that dick in my mouth?
Sure.
When I look into my heart, all I get is answer hazy, ask again later.
Oh, I respect you a lot. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so I guess I just have to keep cash on hand. Dillin, you're number 3.
My number 3 is going to be Coach Z.
Wow!
I think that motherfucker is so fun. I think he's so fun. I think his accent is so great. I think that he grew up on the poor streets of Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I think that he's worked really hard to get to where he is. And where he is being an inspiration to everyone in this stupid ass town that can't fucking do anything. And he's got a can-do attitude and a never-ending supply of optimism. And I think that, I'm on antidepressants, so sometimes you gotta have that. I think that he'd be a hoot and a half. I think genuinely.
I love this.
Yeah. And hopefully persistent. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this.
Mm-hmm.
We move on now to number 2, and I'm going to go because it's big feels and it's Coach Z.
Whoa!
Hey!
That's right. That's what I like to hear.
Bless you both.
Straight up pathetic freak.
Yeah, I called it.
He will lick
Yeah.
my armpits while I'm still doing the bicep curl and come in his pants about it. What am I going to do? Say no to that? I'm staring down the barrel of a fuck that is going to leave me more confused than I have ever been in my life. Fucking Coach Z is ineffable. What can you possibly say about a man who has probably jerked off onto a pile of basketballs before slipping in his own cum puddle and pulling a tendon?
Ruining his career.
I have to know. Yeah, I just have to know what it's like. Also, he is a wow boobs. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Okay, but how does he say it?
Borbs.
No. I bet you $300,000 that he does not call them boobs or tits. He will call them something so utterly cursed that my skin crawls.
Jorblies.
I see.
Nungas, babushkas, little rascals.
Here's the thing. I think Little Rascals is good.
Little Rascals.
I also have just an idea that he says sexual parts in a clinical way, like mammaries. I can
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. We do not know, and all I know is that I cannot fucking wait to hear him ask in that goddamn ridiculous voice to come on my gazongas or whatever. It's too important. I need this.
I want a cam on your jaw, please.
All right, Annie, you're number 2.
All right, this one's also a big feels for me.
Yes.
Strong bad. Woo!
Yeah.
Fascinating.
All right, look, here's my dude has an incredible amount of charisma. We love a little guy who talks big, but absolutely does not have the experience or the skills to back up any of what he claims to do. And he will never admit to it, even when he's balls deep in you. He will never admit that he has ever been a virgin in his entire life, and that is charming. But here is the crux of the issue. We must ask ourselves the perennial question. Hey, Strong Bad, how do you find my clit with boxing gloves on?
Oh.
Hey, Strong Bad, how do you palm my tits with boxing gloves on? Hey, Strong Bad, how do you finger fuck me with boxing gloves on? And the thing is, we know he can type with boxing gloves on. really, really well, really fast. Have you ever seen that guy's typing speed? It's real good, and he is accurate. So whatever he's doing inside those things, it's working. And I mean, by all accounts, it makes no damn sense, but it compels me, though. So I want that sassy little bastard to fuck me, and I want him to do it with the boxing gloves on, because I want to see what kind of dexterity he's got.
Yeah.
I think by the time we get past him having zero idea what to do, it could actually be real good. Like, I want to grip him by the lucha mask ties while he's busy.
Oh.
And then I want all of my friends to recommend me some good lotions, oils, and balms that are going to help with all the goddamn chafing I'm going to get all over my body from those stupid leather boxing gloves. Please be a pal. I'm going to be so fucking raw.
Annie, can I ask you? I think there's like an aspect of this that's going to be really funny when the boxing gloves come off, and it's sort of like
it's like
just
roughly
like
dropping the
I am actually not left-handed, like that kind of
exactly.
like tone. Like
exactly.
You thought that was good.
It is some I am not left-handed, Rock Lee dropping the weights, Goku taking off the weighted gi.
Yeah.
It's that shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be
It's gonna be bananas.
Yeah, I agree.
Dillin, who is your number 2?
My number 2 is Strong Sad. Oh.
Whoa!
Yes.
Dillin!
The one and only Harry Elefante. My
That's really good.
My spouse. He canonically, he likes board games more than he likes people, and he likes board games more than most people do. And that is already a great start. I love a sad guy. I love, if I'm into men, they gotta be sad. That's actually a prerequisite for me being attracted to the male form, is that you've got to be a little bit sad. And he's perfect. He also canonically makes jokes about pegging. So we're solid. I just love him pathetic, and he is so excellent. And just like a generally good person, too, who is always taking care of people and then just always getting shit on, and I just fucking love him.
All right, James.
Actually, can I step in with my number 2, Strong Sad?
Whoa!
Yeah!
Oh, twist.
Number 2, Strong Sad.
Twist.
Because, like, ditto all that. Also, do you, like, except I gotta underline, he cares about people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta, like, what I've said before about some other people. Does Strong Sad have a rich inner life? Does he have interests he pursues? Does he have hobbies? Is he intelligent? All of those things, yes. Also, who do you think gives the best back rub?
For sure.
Of everyone in this world.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm not saying, that blowjobs aren't great, but I'm saying that the coin of the realm, in my experience, has been back rubs. Like, that is something that nobody ever minds. And plus, you can give it to somebody in public and not go to jail. So, I mean, it is fraught. There will be emotional work, but at least this is somebody where you can easily identify his neuroatypical stuff, like, from the jump, right? He's not, and here's the thing. Maybe some depressive symptomology. I don't know if he has depression.
His name is Strong Sad. We can assume that. We can assume depression. We can project that.
Could be he lives with Strong Bad, and everyone in this world is a dick to him, which means maybe you don't have depression. Maybe everyone is a dick to you, and you feel bad all the time because you're in a bad situation. That also is valid. So maybe somebody just needs to take him into a better situation and see what happens to this poor little, like, mushroom. If you bring him into the light, I bet you he might flower.
No.
That's right.
That's a hope. That's a hope. Now, maybe you get burned.
I think he gets worse.
He could get worse, but here's what I'll say. Here's what I say. If you're going to roll the dice with somebody, he's one of the few that I feel the upside is not something that just will make an interesting story someday. The upside is a legitimate person who makes your life better, and you've made his life better, which, P.S., if there is a reason for our existence, that is it. Everybody else, it's like, that I just get to talk about how I fucked a weird thing that may or may not have been a cat, you know? And I'm still not sure because I didn't bother learning how to speak his language because the VHS tapes that taught me that were too much. So yeah, strong sad. Not, and I thought about that a lot. It's not obvious, but I'm landing on it.
Beautiful. All right, James, you're number 2.
My number 2 is Bubs. And we have already heard
all right.
a lot of really good arguments in Bubs' favor. So already we're starting with a good idea, but canonically, there's a specific context where this is a great idea. The thing is, you can't date this man. Any kind of above board relationship is going to be of suspect quality. However, if you're getting an unlicensed fuck in an alley, it's guaranteed to be well made. He sells all of his crap in his legitimate business. But if you go to his back alley dealings, that's where he gives out the best stuff. Bubs, maybe not a partner, but he will fucking change your life if you meet him in an alley. You must.
Ooh.
You must. You owe it to yourself.
Specifically the back alley, just to be clear about this.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, we did it. We made it to number 1. All right, Pat, you're number 1.
And sorry, because I didn't know the rules when I came in here, it's Homestar.
Sure.
Now, I read the bit introing that, like saying, oh, out of bounds, because he can't give consent. Are you saying that just like of all the mental disorders on clear display here, that aphasia is the one that rules somebody out? Is that the hot take there? And here's the other thing. When, this is the last time I'll say it, when I was talking with my boys, he came up first.
Wild.
And that doesn't happen by accident. And it wasn't just them. When I thought of this podcast, I thought of Homestar. And so there's a reason for that. And I think I know what it is. Who's ever here? Show of hands. So it's anonymous and I won't call anybody out.
Oh, God.
Who here has ever been bored during sex? In your life?
I'm going to say sex is never boring. I'm always there. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair.
I think maybe in high school.
I'm not saying purely like whatever. I'm going to like count the cracks on the ceiling or whatnot. Like statistically, if you have enough, you're going to run it. It's like, boy, I could be reading a book right now. I could be doing a lot of things right now instead of being kind of stuck here and socially obligated to round out this experience. And how about this? Who's ever been bored in a long-term relationship? Who's ever been bored in a long-term, maybe not relationship, but with a sexual partner, and you're kind of like, well, I know it's going to happen over there, because everything starts off, it's like, ooh, I'm curious. Ooh, I'm curious. And curious, everyone? It's not just for kinksters. Like, curious. And James, when we did that podcast, we talked about the nature of love. I think eros, philios, agape, sure, start there. There is, in my opinion, a type of love, which is, I am curious about you. Is there? And this only exists with people who have depth. You cannot be curious about a blank piece of paper. You cannot get in over your head in a shallow puddle. You know, I'm curious about Homestar, and I know I will keep being curious about Homestar. And downsides, sure, but I think for me at least, ADHD me, I can only have a long-term thing with someone who is multifarious and who is faceted, who is fascinating. And a flaw is just a facet that is maybe a little ugly. And so like, fucking Homestar, my dude, I'm going to try that out. And I know if it's a little whatever, next time it's going to be a little different. I'll never be bored. I'll never be bored. And there's a lot there to be curious about. And also, Homestar, I topped him on my list, because he helped me realize that the thing that I value, yes, intelligence, but why intelligence? It's because intelligence means there's more, a person has more capacity to be into things and to interact with you and to keep me interested. You know, complexity. Why? Well, because like, who plays tic-tac-toe anymore? It's not complex, and so you fucking stop. You figure it out as you play it as a kid. You figure it out, and you're fucking done forever. And if you go back to tic-tac-toe, I don't know, that's your life choice, but also get fucked. Like, you don't know what real complexity is. And I'm not saying I want every game to be chess, but I want chess to be an option. I want to play chess and then lay it down and then do something else. All of these elements, all of these things I value, it comes down to like, they all increase my ability to be endlessly and renewably and sustainably curious about a person. And sure, for a relationship, sure, for love or romance or living with them or whatever, but also for sex. It would be fun. He's fun. We haven't talked about fun in terms of sex. Sex often is funny. That's great. But it should be fun. I want fun sex. Not always, every time. Fun, curious, depth, complexity. And I guarantee you're still going to end up with some fucking stories you can tell. So he's all that. And the bag of chips. You know, he's got a weird speech thing, but so do I. I'm fucking rambly. I'm long-winded. My stories don't have endings. I got to be forgiven there. Like, sign me up. I'll fuck that weird thing, you know? Like, let's go. There you go. That's my pitch for Homestar.
All right. Okay. Dillin, who's your number one?
My number one is, of course, Marzipan, as I
There we are.
explained. Because I've explained before that she's the perfect woman. She is cultured. She gardens. She's a videographer. She is an interviewer. She has so many interests. One of those interests is her stupid idiot boyfriend. Now, if you're going to have a stupid idiot boyfriend, I do not appreciate hating your boyfriend culture. She does not. She loves that idiot and he sucks and she loves him and she defends him. She fights for him and is so unbothered by him and his idiot antics. He was once so late for a date that she thought that he stood her up. And what did she do? She started a band. It was a hit. She started a band that night and it took off. She's so unbothered. She's so perfect. And she loves her stupid ass, worthless idiot boyfriend. And that's great. She's going to give me the best time of my life. And I know that I'm going to be pathetic about it. And I'm in, is the thing.
Oh,
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's really beautiful.
I love that the most.
All right. Annie, you're number one.
My number one is Strong Said.
Oh, love.
Listen,
Annie, I'm with you.
look. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, like, normally, like, I don't tend to go for, like, project characters, but, like, yeah, this is a fat, depressed guy. Are you going to look me in the eye and tell me in the year of our Lord 2025 that you don't know a lot of extremely fuckable, fat, depressed guys? Like, come on. And also, like, his head looks like the blob from the Zoloft commercials. I choose to believe that will make getting him on proper medication a lot easier than you might think. And when he's medicated, what do you have? You've got a guy who likes making music videos for They Might Be Giant songs. He likes, also just frankly, he likes They Might Be Giants enough to make music videos. That's going to go a long way. This is the kind of guy who's going to take you to a museum. He's going to get a little exhausted by people. You're going to listen to music on the train ride home together. You're going to play a board game. You're going to watch a movie. He's going to make you dinner, and then he's going to do literally anything you ask in bed because he's sensitive and he cares about your needs.
Yep.
He's going to make the best damn service bottom you've ever seen. And I mean, look, to paraphrase, They Might Be Giants. I will be the withered hope to that kind of very sad sack any day.
Oh, wow.
Brilliant.
Well, I'm basic. My number one is the cheat.
Love it for you.
Fascinating.
Love this.
Easily the coolest guy / squishmallow in any room he's in.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think the cheat will romance you too. Like, sure, the cheat might not bring you a dozen roses, but being presented with a stolen VCR would do a lot for me. Also, I want to do crimes with him.
Mhm.
I want to get into his probably
Sure.
stolen car, have him turn to me, look me deep in the eyes, and say, "Hey." And then I'm going to give him roadhead about it. Will he give me fleas? Maybe. But baby, they make medication for that. They do not make a medication that treats the need for being fucked in the back of someone else's Honda Element while the police sirens wail in the background. Ask your doctor if the cheat is right for you.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, James, bring us home. You're number one.
My number one is Pom Pom.
Oh,
Okay.
love
I
this.
love that.
Of all the Homestar Runner characters, it was clearest to me that Pom Pom has the richest interior life. He's mysterious, he's loyal, and, for me, alluringly fragile. I saw that the one of the more recent Homestar Runner cartoons where he pops, where that was revealed to us as a possibility. And flirting with that danger is just too good to be true. Pom Pom is so strong. Pom Pom has devoted a not insignificant part of his truly incredible talent towards being strong and being tough. But he's so delicate, actually. He can be put in positions where he's extraordinarily vulnerable. Being trusted in that way, oh, that's delicious. He's just also a cool guy. Most of the characters that I had a problem with on this list are characters who I see being mean to each other. Pom Pom does get annoyed with, Homestar, for example, but he's never mean to him about it.
And he leaves.
Exactly. He'll just go. He'll be like, I shouldn't be around you right now, and that's fine. That is something that takes a true amount of strength, which means I can also trust Pom Pom. And trust being the deepest foundation in any good relationship, and of course, the cornerstone upon which kink is built. So, Pom Pom, number one, with a bullet. Easy.
That's beautiful.
All right, well, that has taken us through the entirety of our list. And now we turn our attention to going, what the fuck were you thinking, in our segment we call Let's Unpack That. All right, the floor is open. Anybody who wants to go may say something.
I have a challenging idea to propose.
Okay.
It was suggested that senior card gauge would be easy to seduce. I don't think this is the case. I think if you want card gauge, there's no way you're getting him. You could throw yourself at him. You would never fucking bite, not for an instant. Card gauge is the type of person that you wake up next to by accident. You have no idea how you got there. You might regret every decision that went up to it, but you can't remember a single one of them. If you proposition card gauge, you're never going to get him.
I'm sorry. Did I mean to remotely imply that card gauge was wanted in that scenario? Because no, what that situation is that it would be easy because we just fuck drunk at the end of a very long night. That's
okay.
And that's it. I mean, you're not wrong though in your assessment that you wake up next to Card Gage completely confused about how you went wrong in life. But like sometimes you do go wrong in life and you need to fuck rock bottom.
Sure.
Sure.
Not a question so much as a comment.
Oh.
Which, it's a joke that I'm so glad somebody got it. But I'd like to say, as somebody who picked Strong Sad very high, there's sort of the underlying, in a lot of our commentary, we've assumed that he'd be like a good pair for a masochist, or he's a good sub, or, all of that. I would like to propose, I could see Strong Sad either being secretly or in the right circumstances sort of discovering himself and emerging as very strong dom and good at it.
Call me strong dom now.
I'm gonna say
These are my sex genes.
it's not. Oh my God, that's funny. But I'm not saying definitely. And actually, what I'll say is a lot of times people who are out there and they're like, well, I'm a dom, or like they label themselves doms. They're not, right? They're assholes. Like, most people who say they're doms are just like, they want an excuse to not care about other people. And I, like, no offense to the entire community, but fucking, if you're in the community, you goddamn know what I mean. And if you don't, you're that guy. But then there's another type of dom, which is to say they have the ability in certain circumstances to be dominant, and it is fun as a type of play. And I could see him being that, because caring about people doesn't mean just doing what they ask. Okay? I'm just throwing that out there as an idea.
You know what, Pat? I do get you. I get you. I see a universe in which Strong Sad is a very, very sweet, loving, and well-meaning dominant person. And I would get down on that. And I
caring
would.
dom. Also, I want to say he has an extensive toy collection, right? Like, he's got a fucking entire gear closet, and he knows what every fucking thing is for.
Oh,
right?
yeah. The neurodivergence is going crazy.
I was going to say, he's the only one in this whole list who takes good care of all the toys.
Textures,
oh my God,
the
right?
rope textures in that closet. You're going to find every single one.
Well, see, that's how you know a night with Strong Bad around Kink is going to be good, because he's just using Strong Sad's toys because he knows they've never been used.
Oh, but I wouldn't trust him to use anything correctly.
Yeah,
like, Strong Bad would absolutely not know what any of that shit was for.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll also throw in this. I will acknowledge a valid touch there. Also, phrasing. But Strong said, the gear is in his locked closet for a long time. But you know what he does when he's not fucking? Dude is reading up.
Oh, yes.
You want to find
He's reading the novelization of Up?
Find you a kinkster who is reading the fucking literature about the science involved in getting you off.
Oh, this
is Strong Sad.
This is where we diverge.
Really?
Yeah. Get out of the book.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's only the book.
Yeah.
But if you're afraid of the book, then what's the matter?
Sure.
Do you only learn it on the street? Bullshit.
As someone who is married to a guy who has so many board games, he reads board game manuals for fun.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Wild.
And Strong Sad would probably also read like sex guides for fun. Like that would be some evening reading for him. I can really see that.
Sure. Yeah. No. Hey.
Yeah.
He's not going to whip out the violent wand and like accidentally like throw you into cardiac arrest. Like, he knows.
Which is a real risk with the wand.
Oh, yeah. There's a reason they outlawed it. Don't use violent wand, everyone. That was a joke. It's not recreational. Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Don't do that. Don't do that. seriously, I regret bringing it up.
So, I'd like to propose a round table.
Okay.
I'd like us to pick a character, then I'll go around and try to figure out what they sound like when they come.
Okay.
Okay, is the list open to the entire canon, or are we just going with our rankees here?
I think we stick to the rankies, otherwise we will drift too far, I believe.
Sure.
You don't want to do the Douglas tree, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's start with, you know what? Let's start with Marzipan.
Oh, God, I can't even imagine.
I think she's a very simple, ooh. Just
Yeah, I figure it's very much a, oh.
I was thinking, you know, it's very,
Yeah.
it's a release. It's
Yeah.
a release.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm going to go outlier, and I'm going to say absolute, like, long, quiet build-up, blood-curdling, the neighbors call the cops scream.
Damn.
Mm.
Yeah. I could see
like,
that.
not always, but,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah,
on a
it
good
sets
night.
off a murder mystery in Homestar Runner because she's never come
Oh,
before.
no.
And
That's a
the
whole
town has to
different
investigate what's going on.
Halloween episode.
Yeah.
All right, Bob, do you have a guess?
I think I'm very close with Dillin of the like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. What do you guys think Strong Bad sounds like?
Oh,
He creates a new song for each one. Because he's proven he can.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't hate
I
that.
do like that.
Shit, that might, I think that might actually be it.
Yeah, I love that.
That's amazing.
That's good. I prefer to think well of him.
Or Preow. Or the get up noise. There's just a lot of Foley options there.
Sure.
All right, I'm going to ask my last and most cursed one, Marshy.
Ooh.
How does he do that little laugh?
Yeah. You know what? I can't do a good Marshy impression. But you know what? I think that you're onto something with just its laughter.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I think that you're on the track there.
Yeah.
That's what
I
it is.
think
is a
it
laugh.
is laughter, but you know throat singing how they can make their vocal cords hit two dissonant notes at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
His vocal situation is vast and amorphous. So when he loses control of it, the noise is truly unlike anything that's ever been heard on this earth.
Yeah, I think it's one of the
I
songs
love
that
that.
ends the earth.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
going to say it's the breaking of the seventh seal. Damn.
Yeah.
I love this.
I have a round table I kind of want to throw out.
Yeah,
What
what's
is
up?
Okay.
It feels like such a wasted opportunity. We're leaving money on the table, not talking about either ships or three-ways. Because there's who do we want to, but who would be good together, or who, because like Marshy, for curiosity, I would give the King of Town a try, but none of that is as good as me and Marshy and the King of Town, right?
Sure.
Oh, shit.
Sure. It
Uh-huh.
elevates them. It elevates
The
them.
whole, like, ooh, see, that's like three-way is really rolling the dice. Yeah.
Well, we
but that
talked
one is-
about Bubs and Coach Z hooking up.
Bubs and Coach Z
Yeah.
have like an absolute toxic yaoi shit going on there.
Yeah, getting in the
is
middle of whatever that
disgusting to be part of
wild
that.
shit is. Yeah.
And I would happily be the weird middle rung in a situation with Marzipan and Strong Sad. I would be a tool in her game with Strong Sad.
Sure.
I would be a mere object that she uses to make Strong Sad have emotions. That's
wow.
all I'm gonna
Wow.
be. Yeah.
I
You know-
want to have the cheat and Bubs at the same time and just like have a crime.
Oh,
a
fuck
crime
yeah.
That's a good
centric,
time. That's a
like
good time.
three-way.
That is in the middle of a heist.
Yeah.
Fuck and then rob a liquor store.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's hot. I'm in.
Coach Z in a pile of basketballs.
That's all.
All right, you know what would be the worst possible combo? Coach Z and Sinor Card Gauge.
Ooh.
And I'm not putting the tilde on that because he don't.
That's pretty bad. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, how about this though? Strong Bad and old timey Strong Bad.
Oh, that's my honorable mention, by the way. That's my, like, if he
Sure.
were on this list, he would be real fucking high up.
The boys and I agreed that Strong Bad was a little bit below the yes line, but old-timey Strong Bad was probably above the yes line.
I mean, yeah. A
Yeah,
It's the
gentleman.
mustache, I think.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And the lexicon. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of this has just made me think that the condoms Coach Z uses have the little dots that basketballs do. That's all.
Oh,
That's
I
all.
love this.
We call that ribbed, and it's
Yes.
I was gonna say
it's
studded.
nice.
It's not ribbed, it's studded. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I
want
love
you to
that.
lose your grip.
Now, this is Coach Z, so they are all, like, previously used.
Oh, it
not
was
by
a
him.
basketball at one point. Yeah.
I'm moving him up.
Oh my
Hold
God. I
You gotta
know.
save the earth.
Oh, Coach Z. All right. Are we complete with that and ready to find out how our final rankings went down?
Yeah.
I feel good about that.
I would say I'm complete.
All right.
I've completed.
Then we arrive at our aggregated rankings.
Let's get it.
And this is the official list. Beep. Hello, it's me, editor Megan Bob here. Because guess who fucked up the reading of the aggregate rankings? It was me, Megan Bob. I did it. So here I am to correct that in post, as is tradition, with a true reading of the rankings. All right. At number 15 is Sonor Card Gauge, surprising no one. And then with a three-way tie for number 12, we have The King of Town, Gun Haver, Homestar Runner. Very weird threesome situation this is. At number 11, we have Marshy doing shockingly well. Number 10, Stinko Man. In a tie for number 8, our median position, is, and again, it's weird, Strong Mad and the Poopsmith. Yeah, I don't really understand it either. All right. Then my boy doing very well for himself at number 7 is Coach Z. So proud. Baby, you deserve it. Number 6, Marzipan. Then another tie at number 4 with Strong Bad and Strong Sad. I don't want to think about it. We're not going to talk about it. We're moving on. A tie for number 2, Bubs and the Cheat. McCrime Boys. Very happy with this. And then at number 1 is Pom Pom. All right, there we go. We did it. These are the true rankings. Thank you for your time. And for anybody who is wondering, why am I making the beep sound with my mouth instead of using a sound effect? It is because my dog Mulder hates the beep and will try to hide anywhere he possibly can to get away from the beep. And I love my dog so much, so rather than go look for a sound effect beep, I am just going to continue to say beep, which might be overkill, but look, he's adorable. If you saw his little face, you too would say beep instead of using a sound effect beep. So beep it is. Beep.
Not surprising
not
at all.
surprising
You
at
know
all.
what?
Not surprising.
Pom Pom
No.
deserves that.
Yeah.
Yeah, not surprising at all. That's great news.
Honestly, I feel like this is like one of the hard choices I've been a part of that has the most disparate lists between people. So I'm very interested that Pom Pom got up there. He's got the most yeses.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then that brings us to the fuckability of the universe of Homestar Runner overall. On a scale of 1 to 10 boners, 10 being the most boners anyone could possibly ever have in this lifetime, how fuckable is the universe of Homestar Runner? Pat, on a scale of 1 to 10 boners, how fuckable?
Could you give me a comparison? But like, so compared to say, give me 3 or 4 or 5
One
other
of
universes
the
I
most
could compare it to.
fuckable universes that we decided on this show was the Muppets.
Oh, hugely.
deeply erotic universe. And a great
Yes,
episode.
Deeply erotic universe.
The JLA, the Justice League of America, was extremely fuckable.
Right.
The X-Men was probably our most fuckable.
Right.
Oh, and I agree. Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
that's
Yeah.
that's a fuckable list of people.
I
for
really
sure.
like. There are a lot of people in this that I genuinely think are hot fuckable, and I'm into it. But I think that the other side of it is so extreme too that I think I want to put it at like a solid 5. Like it's kind of right down the middle, universe wise, for me.
I feel like I gotta put this one down at like a 2 because these are all such abstractions. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't think, I honestly, like, I know, like, the conceit of the show is that they know what sex is, but, like, I swear to God, I don't think any of them actually do.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. No, me too. Yeah, never mind.
It is like, it's like a blind spot of the whole, like it never, there is a relationship, but it's never like relationship, sex, love, like none of that is ever part
Yeah, like you maybe
of
talk
the
about being
stories.
attractive to ladies, but to what end?
Yeah.
Yeah, status for the most part.
It's like there's no solid
Yeah.
economy in Lord of the Rings. It just doesn't exist there.
For me, I'm gonna put it at a 4. I think those at the top of the list are really pulling a lot of solid weight, but the bottom list is a nightmare, an absolute sexual
Yeah.
nightmare.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to give it a 3. I think it's one of the least sexy, but it has a weird amount of raw passion and somethingness to give it potential. Like there's traction there.
Sure.
I'll say this as a thought experiment. It was an 8 for me
Mm.
because sex isn't a part of that universe.
Mm.
I had to infer so much.
Yeah,
And that
for
means
sure.
you have to like really do a lot of the work yourself in your head.
Pat Rothfuss discovering fan fiction.
Yeah, I gotta think I'm going to go with the consensus here where in terms of like how jazzed am I to like write the fan fiction, you know?
Yeah.
4-ish.
Okay.
That's
All right.
reasonable.
And then finally, we turn inwards and ask ourselves, what did we learn here? Can be what you learned about yourself, what you learned about others, can be what you learned about Homestar Runner in general.
I was surprised to learn that James didn't want to hate fuck the king of town. Like no kings, but like, you know.
That's a good point. That is surprising.
No.
Yeah.
There
I was pretty-
are no kings, Pat.
Yeah. Yeah. I was pretty disappointed to learn how many of you are misogynists who don't like the most perfect woman in the world. That was actually pretty ugly of you all.
Spared you reading the relationship wiki between her and Strong Sad, where she's
I've watched it.
fucking mean for no reason.
I think the people who write the wiki are also misogynists who leave
Oh
out
my
a lot, and
God.
I'm not kidding. Hey, look, I forgive you.
That's very big of you.
Thank you.
I learned that so many of y'all are willing to overlook the fact that his hands are gloves and they are constantly covered in shit, and the king of town doesn't have a horse. So who's pooping?
That
We don't know what poop smithery
None of
is.
that seems
We
to
don't know what
bother
that
me.
job is.
Also, I just want to say 21 Homestar Runner fics that are explicit rated on Archive of Her Own.
What's the most common pairing?
Keep talking amongst yourselves. I'll get back to
Oh,
you.
it's got to
Okay.
be. No, hold on. I can call this one in the air, and I've never
It's
read
definitely
fanfic in my
Strong
life.
Bad and
And
something.
Homestar. Strong
Yeah.
Bad Homestar.
Probably.
Easy.
They're boyfriends.
Yep.
I learned that I should have thought about the fact that the cheat sleeps on a grill, because that's going to complicate things.
Yeah. Yeah. I learned that it has been like 25 years or so since Homestar Runner started.
Don't say that.
Mm.
Don't say that.
Oh,
And
no.
there
25,
was a-
25. Oh, no.
There was a recent one that they did where they were each taking care of a bag of banana pudding like it was a baby because that was their assignment.
Yes.
And they were taking care of it, and Strong Bad mentioned a vape store. Not
no,
that he
Strong
was a
Man
vape,
can't know about vapes.
Yeah.
but he mentioned a vape store, and part of my soul perished.
He can't know
Aw.
about vapes.
Now, if he used the vape, I would
No,
be
he
with
doesn't.
you.
He doesn't.
But then I'd be with you. Oh no, and I know. And also, just for those of you out there listening to this, James said, "Oh, it's been years since." But no, man, every year a couple come out, and sometimes more than a couple. They have brought back the Kick the Cheats.
Yes, they have. You can get a Kick the Cheat.
One of the things I'm proudest of, they wanted to do a Trogdor game, and I knew them just a little bit. They pinged me, and they're like, "Yeah, you're good at Kickstarter. We want to do this." And I said, "I'll move heaven and earth. You guys are amazing. I do know Kickstarter. I'm pretty good at it. But I also know game designers. Please talk to James Ernest, because this game is real good. But James Ernest is the person put on earth to make this game something that people would play all." And he did. And so like Trogdor, the board game, is eminently playable. Like not just as a novelty because you love it. It is playable and replayable and easy and fun and silly. So like they're still in there swinging.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for coming together to do this episode with me. We come to the very finalist of segments, which is, of course, plugs.
Woo!
Dillin, plug your wonderful stuff.
Oh, thank you so much, Bob. I am Dillin. My pronouns are your pronouns, so mirror them back to me. I'm Super Dillin if you're looking for me on the internet anywhere. I am also the host of the One Shot podcast, where we play a new RPG every couple of weeks with a new rotating cast every time. I'm also the host of a show called Dorkspawn, where we are playing video games with choice-heavy consequences and book clubbing through them. And then you can just kind of find me making games and playing them around.
Yeah, you made it like super intense, sexy, like Hunter Hunted game.
It is pretty sexy. If I do say so, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Annie, what about your stuff?
Hello, I am Annie Creighton. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me on Blue Sky at anniezard.bisky.social. That's basically the only social media platform that I'm personally on, and that is ANNIEZARD. But if you want to find all the stuff that I do, you can find that at crookedrussiancam.horse or crookedrussiancam.gay. That's right, the old .gay horse. You can find out about our podcast, I Will Fight You, which is sort of a slightly less horny sister podcast to Hard Choices. Bob has been on it. Many of your favorite Hard Choices people have been on it, and by that I
Weird,
mean
my
like a
invite got
couple.
lost in the mail somewhere.
Hey, we'll get to you, dog. Don't worry. We also have Gem Jammer, an actual Play 5e Spelljammer podcast that is about gay space adventures with monster boyfriends. You love it. You know it. Because Spelljammer's just dumb as hell. We also do Date Me Dammit, a dating sim video playthrough. We did one with Bob for May.
Oh my God.
For the month of May that was so bad. But we've done lots of very funny games that were not maybe intentionally funny. But, you know, date sims. You know them. You love them. That's it for me. crookedrussiancam.horse or crookedrussiancam.gay. Patreon.com/thegemjam. Help me pay my editors.
Yeah. All right, Pat, plug your stuff.
Hi, I'm Pat Rothfuss, and these days I am mostly publishing pieces of my third book anonymously on fanfic sites. So
Nice.
Ooh, I love that for you.
Nice.
All right, James.
Yeah. Hi, I'm James D'Amato. You can find most of my podcast work over at oneshotpodcast.com. That's where I host Campaign Skyjacks, a sky pirate show in a folktale punk universe inspired by the music of the Decemberists. Starwall, spelled like star and narwhal put together, which is a weird, wacky space fantasy adventure program about people that found out that their boarding house was actually a spaceship. Well, I say people, but they're all basically Muppets. And I also published the Ultimate RPG series for Adams Media, an imprint of Simon & Schuster. My latest product is the Ultimate RPG World Building Deck, a very quick way for GMs to develop new parts of their setting and for GMs to share setting development with the table in a quick and easy way, especially if people are running late to session. I've also got
Hell yeah.
it's on the website. I believe you can pre-order it now with
You
Dillin,
can.
the Ultimate RPG Villains Backstory Guide. If you are trying to
Ooh.
develop
Yes.
evil characters, morally ambiguous characters,
Morally gray.
anti-heroes, there are plenty of prompts and exercises in there to help you do that in a very rich and rewarding way. So please check that out.
Beautiful. Hi, I'm Megan Bob, the creator and horny genius behind Hard Choices. Did you know that we have a Patreon? Because we do. Did you know that this Patreon has bonus content? Because it does. There are numerous episodes up of Weird Choices, the show where we rank the fuckability of inhuman objects. I've got one where Annie and I talk about fucking obscure cutlery. James and I did one about the fuckability of polyhedral dice. There's also episodes of Aloe and Ace are on the case, the bonus show where I expose Annie and often a guest to the weirdest low-budget sex toys.
So much fun.
They're horrifying.
There's a free episode up now with James that you can access by going to patreon.com/hardchoices. It is not behind the paywall or anything. You can just go to the Patreon and listen to it. Also, patrons get to vote on what horrifying sex toys we talk about, so this is a worthy cause, folks. You know what else patrons get? $4.20 patrons get to come to Bad Choices, the drunk live stream version of Hard Choices, and that is happening on Saturday, August 9th at 5 p.m. Pacific. And we're talking about Shrek with James D'Amato, Kit, and Mac. Annie and James, you've both been on Bad Choices. How would you describe, warn, and entice potential clientele that we service at this fine event?
I once talked about Elmer Fudd fucking a grilled cheese sandwich, and it has followed me for maybe about a year or two at this point.
Yeah, it has.
If you missed the Nick at Night episode, you missed one of the best costume changes in all of podcasting for me. So you're gonna want to be at these things live. And I invite everyone in the audience to really interrogate, are you bisexual? Are you attracted to both Ogre Shrek and Human Shrek at the same time? If so, you might belong in an institution.
You're also going to be there watching as the hosts themselves discover whatever fanfic they will be reading out loud that
Oh God,
evening.
that's right. We read
Yes.
a fanfic together, and it's raunchy.
The discovery of it in and of itself is really an experience to be shared live.
So if you value watching James and I get progressively more rowdy as we talk about what Shrek's dick looks like, this is the kind of brave content that you need to monetarily support over at patreon.com/hardchoices.
I think it has the little antennae on it.
Oh, love
Oh,
this.
boy.
Love this. Beep. It's me, editor Megan Bob again, because guess what? There is breaking news that I did not have access to at the time of recording. We are doing a live show at the Tucson Comic-Con on August 29th at 5:20 p.m. in room 106. I get to hand out condoms with Hard Choices stuff on them, which is frankly a career goal. And it's going to come true on August 29th at 5:20 p.m. in room 106 at the Tucson Comic-Con. If you want to come watch, it's going to be me, Dan, Claire, and our new friend, JoJo Seams. We're going to be talking about comic book villains. This is going to be a juicy one. I mean, I want to fuck all of them. It's going to be the same format as the last live show that we did in Portland. And so we will only be talking about our big feels because that is all we will have time for. But it's going to be an amazing show. I'm already very excited about it. All right. Hopefully I'll see you there. Beep. The point is, Hard Choices is a handcrafted artisanal wedding cake of a show that takes a ton of effort to pull off each month and then wrangle into an episode. So if you love and care about this podcast, there are 3 things you can do. Tell your friends. Seriously, tell your friends. I cannot advertise this on social media because social media is not a place where you could talk about adult things. Talk about it on your own social media because you're allowed to do that. I can't do it as an entity. People will go, think of the children. Think of the advertising dollars.
They'll go
So-
out, they'll buy pearls, and then they'll clutch them.
Absolutely. So talk about it on your Instagram, you go on to Reddit, TikTok, wherever you hang out. That is exactly how small shows gain new listeners. Finally, support the show on patreon.com/hardchoices and get access to the hours of bonus content and growing. Participate in the voting. Get your ticket to Bad Choices Shrek happening on Saturday, August 9th at 5 p.m. Pacific. I promise you, I truly promise you from the bottom of my fucking heart, you will not regret dropping the $4.20 to spend an evening with us as we fuck our way through every DreamWorks smirk we can get our hands on.
Oh, man.
It's going to be a bad, awful, beautiful evening. Much like this was. Thank you so much for going on this descent into madness with us. I cannot thank you enough. Thank all of you for being here. All right. We hope you enjoyed it. Come back next month for something a little more, shall we say, current, as we talk about Final Fantasy XIV with Jeff Aldrich, Kit, and Dan.
Hot.
And until then, stay hard! This has been Hard Choices. If you want to show your support and get access to all kinds of extra episodes, outtakes, and other goodies, go to patreon.com/hardchoices. You can get in on the after party for as little as $1.69, baby! You can see more of Megan Bob's solo work over at onlyfans.com/meganbob. It's free to subscribe, and there's some choice stuff to savor if you're ready to drop a few bucks on bespoke sexiness. If you had a good time listening, please leave a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Heck, drop a recommendation to us on social media. Tell a friend about the show. Tell your favorite subreddit. Anything you do to spread the word means a ton and helps Hard Choices become more powerfully thirsty than ever before. Hard Choices is produced by Megan Bob. The music used in this production is licensed through Uppbeat. You can find details in our show notes and hear lots of great tunes at uppbeat.io, spelled UPPBEAT.io. The Hard Choices logo is designed by Elliot B.K. Lang. Please go follow their work at Elliot B.K. Lang on Blue Sky, spelled ELLIOTBKLANGE.BSKY.social. Their art is so cute! If you'd like to get into touch with us, email hardchoicespod@gmail.com and say, hey. Thank you so much for listening and hanging out with us. You're a peach!